Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Cass with College of Lore.
I am the Penitent with College of Lore.
You're talking really loud again.
Oh.
Just talk quieter, for God's sake. It's not gonna hear you if you do that. Hey guys, we're still fucking around with our new microphones. So we're going through it right now. We've spent like several hours this week trying to troubleshoot this shit.
This video is due up in 13 hours. 14
yeah,
hours.
13 and a half hours. Don't worry about our work schedule. We're going through it, guys, so just bear with us if our audio sounds a little weird until we can get some stuff going here. Anyway, hi, we're College of Lore. Remember to subscribe to our channel and like this video and talk to us in the comments section and stuff.
Share it with your friends. Check it out on Patreon.
Yeah, check us out on Patreon. We're doing some stuff on there.
Support us on Patreon and we will shout...
We have a Discord server.
Yeah, support us on Patreon and we will shout you out at the end of our videos.
Yeah, we will shout you out at the end of all our videos. We have someone to shout out today, actually.
We do.
Which is really exciting. So I'm going to shout our patron out on this video. If I can find their name in my phone. Sorry, everybody. I don't know how to function. Alright. Thank you, Remy Sweet, for subscribing to our Patreon. Everyone else, if you do this, we will also thank you every single video. It's not going to get annoying at all.
Except for shorts videos. And
yeah,
D&D
we're not going to
videos.
do them in the shorts videos.
Main channel videos.
Main channel videos. You get shouted out every time you... Every video for however long you're subscribed on there.
So this is going to be a long one,
This is going to be long. Because we're ranking every first level spell. And there are 91 of them.
You know, I made the mistake of trying to have them all open in tabs and just close the tabs.
Why did you do that? Why would you do that?
I elected to not.
Yeah, thank you for not doing that. Do you want to talk about some spells?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's just jump right into this one. 91. Bottom of the list. Tasha's Caustic Fruit. I realized you were waiting on me to say it, and I was like, I'm going to make you wait as long as I can stand to.
Alright, so this is not the worst first level spell in 5e.
We talked about this one a little bit off camera.
This is, however, strictly worse, exactly the same as a different spell, an Unearthed Arcana spell that will come later on the list. Except it does one less die of damage.
Which is probably because they nerfed it, but that makes them cowards. And if your DM is okay with letting you use Unearthed Arcana, you should just take that one instead.
Yes. So,
because it's better.
If your DM is not fun with Unearthed Arcana, take this one and move it, like, 5 places below Acid Stream.
Yeah.
Or something like that, but if you can take Acid Stream, do.
It's fine. 90. Jump. Pew! So, you can do this in video games. You can do this in D&D. If you're good at anything in real life, if you have functional legs, you can do this in real life. I know not everyone has that, though. Mine don't work very well.
This one triples your jumping speed, or... Sorry.
Oh, shit! I'm gonna jump so fast!
This triples your jumping distance.
Can I double jump with this spell?
Not really, no.
That's lame. What's the point, then?
It does not account for fall damage if you jump too high, by the way.
That's also stupid. You can't even be a lion that can jump 30 feet and not take fall damage. That's dumb.
But, you know, I don't see much of a use for this.
Yeah.
I don't know what situation this helps you in.
If you need to go over a canyon.
Yeah.
I guess. But it's only like a 15-foot wide canyon or something. It's not a very big canyon, it just is a really long one. Anyway, 89. Gift of Alacrity.
So, that's how I think it's pronounced, at least.
Gift of Alacrity. Alakitty.
It's an 8-hour spell, 1 minute casting time.
1 minute casting time.
1 minute casting time, by the way, not instant or anything.
It's not instant.
The target adds 1d8 to its initiative rolls for the next 8 hours.
So, just thinking about this mechanically, if you have to cast this for a minute, and you can only cast it on... Is it concentrated?
No.
Okay, well that's good. I guess you could cast it on multiple people. But imagine wasting all your first level spell slots to cast this on your whole party, and also requiring 4 minutes pre-combat to do that.
Yeah, say you've got a party of 4, and you enter a dungeon, and you burn all your first level spell slots on Gift of Alacrity?
Why?
And also, it's only possible for a Chronergy wizard to learn this spell?
Yeah. 88. Purify food and drink. We actually had this one lower on the list and we moved it up because it's actually a useful spell. It's just very, very niche.
Yeah, so it makes food that is rotten or poisoned better.
I've used this once in game. And it was actually a really good scene. It was just one scene ever, and I've played this game for years.
But it feels like it should be... If this were a cantrip, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, if it were a cantrip, it would bop.
It's so situational. So strictly situational,
Yeah.
I don't see much use for it.
Alright, you guys are gonna absolutely hate how I pronounce the next entry on this list, because I'm going to say it wrong on purpose, and this is going to be something I'm going to continue to do throughout the video, to make everyone hate me. 87 is Expeditious Retriat.
So what is it actually?
No, you have to figure that out. Putting it on the screen. It's Expeditious Retreat.
Alright.
It is the most fun thing in the world to say if you say it wrong.
So, when you cast this spell, and for concentration up to the next 10 minutes,
Okay.
you can take the dash action as a bonus action.
You get an additional bonus action when you take this one, right? No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good, because I was like, damn, that's a fucking waste of a turn. Anyway, you can run faster. You can use the dash action as a bonus action and a regular action if you're a fucking coward.
So, it's not a great spell.
It's not great.
I'll grant you it is a bonus action as a spell,
Yeah.
but, like, at the same time...
But also, like, cool. It's also concentration, which means you can't have it on more than one person at once. So basically, this is save your
No.
Oh, no?
You can't cast it on anyone but yourself
Oh,
ever.
okay. So this is basically the coward's escape spell.
Yes.
That's dumb. 86, Longstrider. Shoo.
So this one increases a target speed by 10 feet until the spell ends, lasts for 1 hour. What
Is it
situation?
concentration?
No.
Cool. Well, that's good, I guess. Again, what situation are you casting this on your whole party?
And what situation did this help that much?
Like, 10 feet is like, cool, you need to chase a wolf or something.
I grant you something. Unlike a few of the other spells, like Gift of Alacrity, if you cast it at a higher level, you can include one more creature.
Okay.
For each level. So if you cast it at 4th level, you can choose 4 creatures.
But why would you cast Longstrider at 4th level when you could cast, like, an upcasted Fireball or something?
And if you cast it at 9th level, why?
What? Imagine using your 9th level spell for the day to cast Longstrider.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking idiot? 85! Identify.
So, you can do this by waiting an hour. I don't like spells that do the same thing as something else, just mildly quicker or mildly more effectively.
Because that's a waste of a damn spell slot unless you're in a really, really specific situation.
And it's not like instant, like, oh shit, I just picked up this weapon in combat. Can I see if it's cursed or not? It takes a minute to cast.
What a waste.
And you can do the exact same effect by taking an hour.
So if it's that urgent, like, why are you checking it out right now?
Yeah.
84. Wild Cunning.
So, this is kind of prestidigitation.
Cool.
Every effect done by Wild Cunning can either be done by one of those, like, prestidigitation spells.
Yep.
The Druid version of Druidcraft.
Yeah.
Or a survival or nature roll.
You do hate to see it.
There's very little there's nothing you can do here that you couldn't
can't do in another way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's very little point to Wild Cunning.
83. Sudden Awakening.
This one wakes
I feel
everyone
like
up.
everyone's waiting for me to say another stupid one. And I will, don't worry.
So basically, each creature who's sleeping within 10 feet of you awakens, and each prone creature can stand up without expending movement. So what might you do with that?
In a really bad situation, I guess you could wake your party up, but like, damn, how long does it take to stand up?
Like, I'm thinking about half your movement is how long it takes.
Yeah.
Thinking about, like, there are some example of, like, sleep ambushes. It's so
In my
situational.
personal DMing, you just wouldn't need that.
Yeah.
And, like, that spell is therefore useless. Maybe if your DM is, like, a crazy person. 82! Guiding Hand.
So, this makes a tiny incorporeal hand appear for up to 8 hours, as long as concentration exists.
This is the spell version of... This is not true. I'm about to say something not true. Don't fact check me on this because I know I'm wrong. This is the spell version of the Me channel. You pick somebody up with it and you dangle them around. It's a guiding hand.
Man, that would be a much more useful spell.
It's the spell version of the me channel.
Bigby's Hand is actually the spell version of the big.
That's stupid. I want it to be this spell.
So this spell is actually the spell version of MapQuest.
What is MapQuest?
All right, your baby.
Yeah, I'm 5 years younger than you.
Google Maps.
This is Google Maps.
Yes. So what you do is you
fantasy Google Maps.
You say the name of a landmark, like a city, a mountain, a castle, a battlefield, and if that thing is on a map that exists, that location is on any map that exists, it will point you in the general direction.
There is one situation where this is useful.
Yes.
It's if you have a secret thing you're trying to find and it's on a map somewhere, but you don't have the map.
Yes.
You know what this would be a great spell to have in? Lost Mines.
It would.
And we're going to talk about that this week, right?
Yeah, we are.
Let's talk about Lost Mines later. Right now, this would be a really useful spell to have in Lost Mines.
For one time.
Once. Yeah, you would use it once, but it would help a lot.
Oh, I didn't consider how this breaks Lost Mines.
Yeah, it totally ruins Lost Mines of the campaign.
Huh, next time you're playing a bard, cleric, druid, or wizard in Lost Mine and you want to fuck up your DM's day.
Yeah, just ruin the whole game with this one spell. Because if it's on a map that exists, it's out there.
All you have to do is cast a spell and say, Wayback Cave, and you're...
And you got it.
Yep.
Go get them. Here's my favorite way to ruin your DM's day, and I say this as a DM. Sorry, other DMs. Anyway, you ready to talk about the next one? 81. Remote accessibility. Remote access.
So,
accessibility.
Any electronical device within 120 feet of you, you can use it as if it were in your hands. Notably, it does not give you the password to anything locked.
Yep.
And if someone else is holding it or looking at it, they're immediately aware of what you're doing to it.
Alright. How y'all see me pressing buttons?
It basically lets you use like a light switch or a phone from across the room. This is one of the Unearthed Arcana Modern Magic ones.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very situational. A lot of the early spells here are super situational.
Number 80. Distort value.
So basically, you can make whatever you have. Let's use, for example, a silver piece.
Yeah.
You can cast a spell and make it look like a copper or a gold.
Hang on. What's the percentage ratio here?
What do you mean percentage ratio?
Like, because we were talking about this spell before, and you said it was like you can make it 5 times?
1 foot.
No. Like how much more or less valuable can you make it?
Oh.
50%? Is that what it said? How much more valuable or less valuable can you make this little bastard if you cast on it?
I don't actually... No,
Does
most
it
people
say?
have ruled... It doesn't actually. Perceived value... Okay, yeah. Double its perceived value or reduce it by half.
Okay. So... a gold piece is worth 10 silver pieces.
Yes.
Yes. So if you had a silver piece... and you made it...
Looked
you
like
tried
2
to make-
silver
yeah,
pieces?
it would look like 2 silver pieces. This does not let you turn a copper piece into a silver piece or vice versa. It makes it look like 2 silver pieces. Or half of a silver piece. Like 5 copper, maybe? I don't fucking know. We were talking about this spell the other day and you explained that to me and I was like, there's no way that it actually does that. And I was right, it doesn't.
Some optics are weird. 1 minute casting time is a bit of a burden if you're trying to do it. Pull a fast one.
Yeah.
8-hour duration. You will get fucked up after someone figures it out.
Yeah. This is a bad spell. This should be lower on the list.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about the next one?
Yeah.
Beast Bond. 79 is Beast Bond.
What do you mean, you guys?
I'm talking to the audience. Hey, do you guys want to talk about the next spell?
I didn't know.
Leave
Mr.
it in the
Beast-
comments.
Mr. Beast made a spell.
79. Beast
So,
Bond.
If you
Go.
have to have a creature that is friendly or charmed by you.
Okay.
That has to be within your range of sight.
Okay.
You get a telepathic link with it for up to 10 minutes, and it can communicate emotions to you telepathically, and you can communicate with it telepathically.
That's crazy.
It also gains advantage on attack rolls against a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see.
Cool.
So, really, really, really specific.
Yeah, it's super specific and that makes it bad. 78. Animal Friendship. We're not even going to say anything else about Beast Bond. It's bad. 78 is Animal Friendship.
It's an animal
Is there a
handling.
spell for People Friendship? I guess, like,
Charm person, kind of?
Dominate. We had very different ideas of where we're going with that, I feel like. You,
So-
Charm person, me. Dominate person.
24 hours.
This is how bad I want friends.
24 hours.
24 hours.
You basically give an animal the charmed condition if it fails its save.
Yeah.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Yeah. 24 hours, you can be your friend. Animal handling rules exist, the animal handling skill exists.
Why do that?
Yeah.
77. Entangle.
Yeah.
Speaking of dominate...
Whoa! Okay.
Ah,
So
I'm not gonna finish the statement because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube.
you turn a 20-foot square of ground into difficult terrain by making weeds appear.
Nice.
And people get wrapped in it by trying to cross the area or being in the area, and have to make a strength save on your spell save DC to get out. It lasts a minute. It's an action to cast. It's
not great.
Fine, but like it's mediocre at best.
76. Grassy. Grease.
Wasn't that show Drake was in? Grassy.
Grassy.
So this also makes difficult. What's
Neil Grassy Tyson. Or whatever. Sorry.
This makes the ground greasy for 10-foot square for a minute.
Slippery ground.
And they need to make a dex save when they cross the area or fall prone.
Does it make them move?
No, they fall down.
You know how cool this spell would be if it did make them move?
Also not flammable.
I think there's some scientific reason for that, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, this spell would be so cool if it pushed people, like at all, but all it does is make them fall down.
Nope.
Can you imagine if this spell, like, you would, like, move someone forward and then they, like, spike growth or some shit? That would be so cool.
They fold over. I've had DMs rule that.
That's cool. Those DMs are cool.
There's actually a really notable moment in, I'm going to point out, going to call it a different podcast here, Oxventure.
Okay.
Where the DM there rules that because of grease, and I believe it's spike growth, one of the characters basically makes a meat grinder of enemies, which I think is very fun.
You remember when that happened in one of our campaigns? Yep. That was great. 75! Sense emotion.
So, you can tell what the prevailing emotion of one humanoid you can see within 30 feet of you is for 1 minute. Notably, if the target isn't actually humanoid or can't be charmed, you just sense that it's calm, not that it fails.
I think this is so funny because can you imagine, like, being in a situation where you cast the spell and they're clearly feeling some kind of way, but they're not actually humanoid? And so it's just like, yeah, this guy's calm, he looks like he's about to, like, stab you.
Yeah, so, like, no...
I don't know why you would cast it, but I'm just thinking about how funny that would be.
So, like, no save is good, but also it's, like...
You don't get to know if it's actually working or not.
And it doesn't get to help you much.
Yeah.
You don't get anything out of it aside from knowing the emotion. And just the vague emotion, not the...
Yeah. It's not like whether they're... like, you could read someone as smug.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know if they're smug because they don't like you or because they're, like, playing a huge, like, double cross on you.
No, it's not reading thoughts.
74. Detect poison and disease.
So...
I said this one funny the other day when I was practicing these.
So the big thing here is that it tells you the location of poisonous creatures, or diseases within 30 feet of you. It's good at uncovering things like poison, as opposed to something like protection, or like, purify food and drink, where it purifies it, you can tell if there is a poison in the room.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not that useful. It's blocked by 1 foot of stone or metal.
Yeah.
It's not that horribly useful, but it has its utilities. It will come up more often than a lot of these.
73. Color spray.
So,
Chase the rainbow or whatever the fuck.
Shoot someone with gay.
Shoots you with my gay laser.
This makes a 15-foot cone of energy. You roll 60-10, kind of like the spell.
This is the gay agenda.
Sleep.
This spell is the gay agenda.
And for each creature that you roll more of the pool than its health then, and it subtracts from each creature, starting the lowest.
So if you have a creature that has 12 HP, and it's what, like 60-10?
Yes, 60-10.
So the average on 60-10 is like what, like 30-something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you had a creature with 12 HP, and you rolled like an average of like 30 or whatever, you would have 18 HP left.
Yes.
You could, it's not great.
You blind them for 1 round. One round.
1 round.
Yeah, that's all.
That's it. Okay, 72. Ceremony. Kiss, kiss, fall in love.
So this is the wedding one. You can also...
If you get divorced over and over... Get divorced not for, like, any logical, emotional reason, but just so you can get ceremony cast on you again.
You can make any water running... or holy water.
Any water can be running water with this cool spell.
You can give, like, burial rites, or, like...
Beavers hate her.
Or, like, bring someone into the priesthood, or, like, change someone's alignment who's been magically changed.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool, but if you play with alignment, that matters.
Yeah.
And, the wedding thing can give a week of +2 AC bonus, so, like... Damn, some players on an actual player are gonna have to get married before we fight Strahd.
Yeah, real. Kiss, kiss. Go, gaze, go.
Alright, so that is
Alright.
that spell. It's
71. Earth Tremor.
So let me hear your takes on some of these, as someone who hasn't done all of this research into these
I don't know
spells.
anything about spells.
So this can do up to 1d6 bludgeoning damage to creatures in a 10-foot radius.
It's like an earthquake, but really
Yeah,
small.
they all get dex saves to avoid falling down.
Oof, ouch.
The ground is then difficult terrain, but you are not prevented from dealing with difficult
You are not immune to Earth Tremor.
And it surrounds you, so no matter what, you're dealing with it.
That's dumb.
Yep, it's not great.
Like, I don't understand. There's no reason for it not to work that way, but it's bad.
Yep.
Number 70. Icky Niffy. Ice Knife. Go ahead.
So,
I feel like the spell does exactly what it says
you
it
make
does.
a knife made of ice.
Whoa! No way.
As opposed to ice made of knives, which made my restaurant very unsuccessful.
Yeah.
You make a ranged spell attack with it. On a hit, the target is pierced before 1d10 damage. And in hit or miss, the shard explodes and deals 2d6 cold, or half as much on it. Or, no, actually none on a dex save.
Cool.
Like, this is the first damaging spell, and I think there's a reason this is the first damaging spell on the list.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
And it's not great that it could hit allies, if you're not...
Yes.
Yeah.
It is one of the only damaging spells that, as far as I can tell... Yeah, literally could do no damage at all.
Yeah.
If you're unlucky enough.
Yeah.
Or could only damage your allies.
Yeah.
So, it's not a great spell.
It's bad. 69. Nice. Zephyr Strike.
So, this one is kind of a weird one. It's only learnable by rangers.
Yep. Which automatically makes it bad.
For 1 minute, your movement does not cause opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And then you can give yourself advantage on one attack roll in the next minute.
Okay.
And deal an extra 1d8 force.
Like, that's fine. But why waste a ranger spell slot on that when you could just cast Hunter's Mark?
Yeah, like, the big thing with
And
this...
do it for, like, 8 hours or whatever.
It's a ranger spell. Hunter's Mark exists. Hunter's Mark is better.
Hunter's Mark is the ranger spell, guys.
And there are a lot of personal spells that increase speed. After you take this attack, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn.
Yeah.
But, like, just... I don't like all these spells that increase speed. I haven't found much use for them.
Yeah. There's so little time where you're actually going to use a speed boost in such short term.
Yeah.
Like, if you need to chase something, this won't be useful to you.
No, not at all.
68. Hail of Thorns.
So...
Wow, I feel like I can kind of guess what this one does. Again, it's like Icky Niffy.
So, it's a ranged spell attack.
Sure
Again,
is.
It's really similar to Ice Knife.
Yep.
But at least it does half as much damage. It does 1d10, or half as much on a successful save.
Yeah.
So at least it actually does some damage.
Yeah.
Notably, it's also not a ranged spell attack, it is a ranged weapon attack.
That's weird.
This is also exclusive to rangers.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes slightly more sense.
So basically, you enchant your bow, you shoot at someone...
And it makes a bunch of spikes come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and deal 1d10, or half of that, if they fail their save.
That's kind of
To each creature
fine.
within 5 feet, yeah.
67. Illusory Script.
So, this basically, you write something down on a piece of paper,
Yep.
and for the next 10 days, you can make it appear as a, like, tattoo mark on your body that you can share with someone. And they can see what you're saying. To everyone else, it looks like this weird, arcane, dead language. It's basically, it's kind of like Thieves' Cant. It can be replaced by Thieves' Cant if you're both rogues.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine, it's a way to communicate messages, but a lot of times you can find a time in the next 10 days to get away from them.
Yeah.
Or, like, play a Kalish Star.
Yeah. Yeah. 66. Bane. Hey, I know that guy. That's a guy.
Yeah.
Why does he have a spell? He's a guy.
So, basically, you get to add a d4 and subtract that. You get to roll a d4 and subtract the number from an attack roll or saving throw to 3 creatures for the next minute. But they get a charisma save or nothing happens.
Yeah, which makes it so bad.
Yes, it's a counterpart to Bless. It is way worse than Bless because they get to save from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about Bane, but...
It's fine. It's not good, though, which is why it's on the lower half of the list. 65. Alarm.
So, for 8 hours, which is exactly as long as a long rest,
Yep.
you can basically trigger this either silent or loud, your choice alarm, on any one door, window, opening, whatever.
Yeah.
Um...
Which is kind of bad if you're, like, out in the open.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that before. I was like, this is great if you're on watch. No, it doesn't work if you're out in the open.
Notably, it alerts if something is within a mile of the warded area, which is helpful.
Okay.
Which is a little why it's higher on this list than if it was just trapping one door.
Okay, that's better.
It pings a little bit. Yes. Okay. If something is close.
Yeah. A mile is plenty.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
not as bad as I thought.
It's not horrible. These are getting to the point of being not horrible and just kind of fine. But again, it's a night watch kind of saves you from this. I guess you can ritual cast it, which is kind of one of the nice things about it.
Yeah. 64. Create or destroy water.
Yeah, you can create or destroy up to
water.
10 gallons of water.
You can create or destroy water. That's exactly what it says.
Very situational. You can't destroy like the water in someone.
But if you could, how freaking cool would that be?
No, it'd be the best spell possible because you could auto kill everything.
You sure could. Do people have less than 10 gallons of water in them?
I don't know.
I don't think it would take that much though, really.
But yeah, you can. I've never seen anyone use the destroy part of this realistically.
When would you use that? Yeah.
Like if you're desperate, it is technically from classes that prepare spells.
Yeah.
So you could take it for the day if you desperately need water.
Yeah.
But outside of a drought situation, it's not that useful.
And it still doesn't help a ton, like, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like, it helps you, but that's it. Can you ritual cast it?
No.
That's kind of lame. If you could, I guess you could make infinite water.
Yes. That's probably why.
Yeah, that's probably why. 63! Divine Favor. Divini Favor.
Oh.
Divini Favor.
Until, for the next minute after you cast the spell's bonus action, your open attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage.
It's fine.
I want to remind you of something.
This is a spell.
It's a paladin exclusive spell.
Yeah.
And you get this at the same level you get Divine Smite.
Why would you do that? Why would you not just use Divine Smite?
And you have to use the same spell slot for Divine Smite or this, so there is no point to this spell.
Yeah, there really is not.
I didn't realize the paladin exclusive when I put it on here. I'm a little angry I didn't rank it lower.
62. Searing Smite.
Hey, I'm gonna say the exact same thing I said for the last one.
Whoa!
Paladin exclusive spell. It does 1d6 fire. How much does Divine Smite
2d8.
do? Yeah.
It's 2d8.
This has 1d6 fire damage. Potential to do 2d6 fire if they fail a con save.
But like you can do this better with Divine Smite. Like I know you might get more turns if you have a really short action economy. We don't have short action economies in our games. Those don't exist.
I mean, 1 minute is fundamentally 6 turns.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't it 10?
Or 10 turns, thank you.
Yeah. But like, okay, if you have a 4-person party and 1 enemy, that's maybe 2 uses of this.
Yes, and that's a very low estimation on both counts.
Yeah. Because very few people actually have 4-person parties and are only ever fighting one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And like, if you are doing that, you're probably fighting like one really strong guy. And why would you use a first level spell to cast that?
It also
cast something better.
Does fire damage instead of radiant damage.
Yeah. Radiant damage is way more useful.
Yes. Fire is the most commonly used damage type. 61.
Snare.
Yeah, so Snare...
You can make a trap out of magic.
Yeah, as opposed to making a trap out of
Normal
stuff.
A trap out of magic instead of a trap
So
out of
it's
normal.
invisible. Okay. Nearly invisible, and requires a very high DC.
What's the DC?
Sorry, it's your spell save DC, actually, so not very high.
Not that high. Never mind. Just kidding.
Whenever a smaller moves or large creature moves into the air protected by the spell, they must make a dex save or be hoisted into the air upside down 3 feet above the protected surface.
Wild. That's so not helpful.
Also, notably, you don't get to choose what creature.
Yeah, it just happens if something.
So, like, if you set it up for a big bad and a squirrel comes along in that time.
Yeah. Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
60. Speak with animals. I can do that normally, they just can't respond. So I guess this spell is kind of cool.
So, this one lets you speak with animals.
I can do that already. Why do I need this spell?
They can respond for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Limited
probably by how smart they are.
The knowledge and awareness is limited by their intelligence score.
Yep.
Basically, they can give you nearby locations, including whatever they can perceive, but it is very limited by their intelligence.
And knowledge.
Yes.
59. Bedtime. Sleep.
So this kind of works similar to an earlier spell.
Yeah.
We talked about.
This is also one where you subtract hit points from your roll of how many hit points it can work on.
Yes. Sorry, for some reason it's not coming up for me. So you roll. You 5d8. And basically,
it's actually worse than the others.
Yes, it works the same way in that you can. They fall asleep for 1 minute, each creature that's affected, provided that they fall within the hit point range.
Yeah.
If nothing falls within the hit point range, what's an average of 5d8?
About 20-ish.
So it's really, like, you get more dice as you upcast it.
Yeah.
But man, it's really not useful at higher levels.
Super not. And why would you cast this at a higher level when you have other higher level spells that are better?
And it lasts a minute.
Yeah.
Lasts exactly enough time to tie someone up, I guess, if you're fighting one person with low health.
Yeah.
But yeah.
58. Arcani Weapon. Arcane Weapon. What's up with this one?
Yeah.
I love pronouncing them wrong. It's so funny to me.
So, this basically lets you choose a damage type that isn't, like, slashing piercing.
Yeah.
You deal an extra 1d6 damage of the chosen type when you hit with a weapon for up to an hour.
Cool.
It also makes it a magic weapon.
Cool. That's fine, I guess.
Which is fine. It's Artificer exclusive, which is a little weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
It's fine. Again, I don't feel like there's a ton I can say about Arcane Weapon. It's a fine spell, but...
It's fine. It's whatever, dude. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It is concentration, notably.
That's also kind of bad.
Yes.
57. Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
So,
ha 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 ha.
Do we have time for me to tell a funny little story about this?
Yeah,
one?
sure, go for it.
So, I was playing D&D with a few friends of mine.
Imagine having friends.
A few years back. And one of our friends was two of my friends and one of their girlfriends. The girlfriend wasn't super paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And in the kitchen, my friend's brother and his girlfriend were talking.
Uh-huh.
And one of my friends who was playing, it was his turn, and he said something about Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends, the friend's girlfriend who's playing with her, kind of looks at my friend and says, "Is that your brother's girlfriend's name?"
Oh no.
Like, they were talking about how she has a hideous laugh.
Oh
and
no.
I just like, damn, okay.
Wow. Yikes.
Yes.
Alright.
Notably, Tasha does not have hideous laughter. It makes someone laugh hideously.
Okay.
Basically...
Mike's Hard Lemonade is a spell.
A creature you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a fit of laughter if the spell affects it. So if they fail their wisdom save, they become incapacitated and unable to stand because they are laughing so hard.
I can do that without a spell.
If you're funny enough, it works any...
No, I meant like I can fall over from laughing so hard. I have manic episodes. 56! Charm person.
So
no.
Oh, okay.
We're done talking. What did you have to say? It's fine.
Just what are your thoughts on Tasha's Hideous Laughter? It's one of the classicals that's been around for a while.
I can do that already.
Alright,
it's useless to me. I can do that in real life.
You can give a humanoid the charm condition for up to an hour. When the spell ends, they know it was charmed. They know they were charmed by you, and that's where it hits.
Yeah. Like, it makes sense because it's a first level spell, and so it's not supposed to be that good, but, like, yikes.
Yeah, but, like, man, it really is a crippling drawback because it will always result in something horrible, usually.
Yeah, there's basically no reason for someone who you charm to not be like, hey, what the fuck, after you charm them.
Yeah, like, why the fuck did you do that to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
55! Compelled Duel. I love this spell in theory.
Yeah.
It's just not, like, it's specific.
Oh, Compelled Duel is interesting.
I like the concept of it a lot.
Basically, it's 1v1 me, bro, the spell.
Yeah. And they have to if they fail their save.
If they have to fight you for up to 1 minute, notably.
Yeah. This is a self-sacrifice spell, y'all.
It is Paladin, so you do have a punching chance, at least.
I know, but still, it's like... It's a self-sacrifice spell.
It's good for story moments. It's only a bonus action,
Yeah.
but...
You can still hit somebody with a sword after.
Yeah, it only lasts for 1 minute is my big thing here.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
54. Unearthly Chorus.
So...
That's just what it sounds like when I sing. It's bad.
Earthly Bridge and Unearthly Chorus.
Yeah. Those are my two favorite spells.
So, music of a style of your choice. Which, man, that's a lot of power.
That is a lot of power. You could rickroll somebody with this spell.
Never mind, this is number 1 now.
You can rickroll somebody with this spell, actually, I've just realized.
It spreads out in a 30-foot radius.
Oh my god, this is my new favorite spell for real.
You can now make charisma checks with advantage to people that can hear the music.
I feel like rickrolling someone would give you disadvantage.
Yeah.
53. Mage Armor. I like
also,
Mage.
you get a bonus action to try to beguile and charm something within 30 feet of you.
Oh, okay. 53. Mage Armor.
Sorry, I was looking at the fact you can rickroll.
You can rickroll someone with a spell in D&D for
So
reals.
you disagreed with me on this.
I did. I love Mage Armor as a spell. It lasts way longer than Shield, which is why I like it.
Yeah.
Like, it's... There are some situations where it's really good, there are some situations where it's really bad. But, like, this is the kind of thing that if you have a squishy spellcaster as a boss, I would just have them cast this, like, right before the combat.
So fundamentally, it's +3 AC, technically.
Yeah.
For 8 hours.
Yeah.
Not concentration.
Which, again, if you have a squishy spellcaster... Like, I like this as a DM. Because
Yes.
if I have a squishy spellcaster boss and I know my players are going to wail on it for a little while and it'll be, like, fine. If they cast Mage Armor, it's going to be hard to do that.
Yes.
And if you stack this with magic items and stuff, and it's like a first level spell for a boss, like, it's good.
Fundamentally,
Admittedly, it's not probably as good for players.
being this low is not an indictment on it.
Yeah.
It's
It's a lift for other spells.
yes.
Mage Armor is a good spell, guys.
It is.
Everything up here from this point on is pretty useful.
Yes. We are past the point of meh.
52. False Life.
This is the only healing spell that wizards can learn.
Yep. It's close enough. It's
At first
temporary
level.
HP.
Yeah, you get 1d4 plus 4 temporary HP. That lasts for an hour.
Yep.
You get 5 additional hit points when you upcast it.
Yep.
It's self-healing for artificers, wizards, and sorcerers who sorely need it.
Yeah.
It has its uses, but, like, man, it is one of those things kind of like... Imagine if Healing Word were an action.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to justify using this as your action
Yeah.
when...
When you have anyone else who can heal in your
Yes.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like it. It does heal.
It's cool. It's nice that it exists.
Yeah.
51. Fog Cloud.
So, it kind of does what it says. It makes
It sure
fog.
does. Like, it's fine. It's situational.
It makes 20-foot radius fog. Spreads around corners. Basically provides...
It provides cover.
Yeah, provides
It
cover.
makes it hard for you to see.
It's one of my favorite little spells. I think it's really neat. It can be used for interesting getaways. It can help with stealth a lot, which was useful because rangers do learn.
Yes. I don't know this next spell at all. 50 is Tensor's Floating Disc.
Yeah, so Tensor's
How does this
Floating
one work?
Disc is... Basically, this 3-foot circle appears in the ground.
On the ground. It's supposed to be floating.
And then floats.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just dumb.
3 feet above the ground. Actually, it might just appear 3 feet in the air.
Oh,
In an
okay.
unoccupied space, you can see within the range. The disc remains for up to an hour,
Okay.
and can hold up to 500 pounds and kind of go
Oh.
where you tell it.
Okay. Is it concentration?
is not. It's
Oh,
actually
okay.
a ritual as well.
Oh, cool. That's actually kind of cool.
And it follows you within 20 feet, or it follows you past 20 feet. It says where it is if you're within 20 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's kind of cool. 49. Protection from evil and good.
So this one is... We've used this for cool things before, I believe.
We have.
So you're protected from aberrations, celestial elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Yep.
They have disadvantage to attack. You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. The target has advantage on new saves if they're already possessed, which is really useful.
Yeah.
I might say this is someone who plays Curse of Strahd a whole bunch, but God, it's useful.
It's good,
It is
yeah.
concentration, which is one drawback.
Yeah.
But it is really good.
I mean, there has to be a drawback, because otherwise that's broken.
You just cast this on Arena before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
48. Frost Fingers. Ooh, cold.
They call you that when you have bad circulation.
Yeah. I do have that.
It is 15-foot cone. Each creature must make a con save or take 2d8 cold on a failed or half as much as a successful.
Alright.
It freezes non-magical liquids.
That's kind of cool.
It's basically Burning Hands, but ice.
But cold, yeah.
Alright. Its freezing is a lot less useful than Burning Hands lighting on fire.
Yeah.
Is what I will say.
47. Absorb elements. Slurp.
So is this one you've heard before?
Yeah, I've heard of this one.
So I actually hadn't ever looked at this spell before we started making this list.
I have looked at it before. It's not very good, in my opinion.
So...
Why do you like it?
You cast it as a reaction.
Yep.
And you get resistance to the damaging type of your choice.
Yeah.
Until your next turn.
Like, it's fine.
And then the first time you hit with a melee attack, the target takes an extra d6 of the triggered type and the spell ends.
It's not bad, but it's spellcasting.
It is, but it can be learned by rangers and artificers.
Yeah. It's fine, like I said.
Yeah. It's not, like, incredible. Yeah. I like it a lot. I know you kind of disagree with this one.
It's fine. I would put other stuff above it, but this is your list.
It's helpful, I think.
Yeah, it's situational.
Yeah.
46. Arms of Hadar.
Yes, so you invoke Hadar, the Dark Hunter.
Oh, is it Hadar?
I have no idea.
Okay. Cool. I don't know anything.
You batter all creatures within 10 feet of you.
Batter?
Yes, they must
like
make
a pancake.
a strength save, or take 2d6 necrotic, and they cannot take reactions.
Oh, huh. That's fine, I guess.
And on a successful save, it still deals half. So,
cool.
2d6 necrotic, can't take reactions.
I mean, that keeps them from opportunity attacking.
Hits multiple creatures. I like it. It's a useful damaging spell.
It's pretty good. 45. Detect evil and good. We just talked about a different spell that has those words in its name.
Yeah, so detect evil and good is...
You find those
You know if there are the damage types within 30 feet of you, as well as where it's located. If there's a place your object is magically consecrated or desecrated, you also know that within 30 feet of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's
cool.
It's useful, especially for like more horror or like Descent into Avernus or Curse of Strahd or anything like that. Yeah.
Cursive Straw. 44. Thunderous Smite.
So this one actually might have some use as opposed to the other smites we've seen so far.
All right, I'm excited to find out why.
It deals an extra 2d6 thunder to the target.
Okay, that's better.
And it pushes them 10 feet back if they fail a strength save and get knocked prone.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, not terrible.
Bonus action concentration up to a minute.
Yeah.
There's potentially get 2 of these hits off.
Mm-hmm.
Strength saves are generally a little harder than some types of saves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
43. Find familiar. I like little creatures. I think they're good.
Yes, that's what you make a little guy.
I want a little guy to follow me around. Why would I not want this spell? Because there are other better spells.
Yes. But you can make a little friend that accompanies you for... Oh...
How long do they accompany you?
Duration says instantaneous.
That's not helpful. Does it not say in the fucking spell description, dude?
Huh.
They're just there.
They are, yeah, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that's way cooler.
It stays around.
I guess that makes sense. It would suck if you had
It
to
takes
keep
an hour to cast,
That's fair.
but it stays around, which I actually
love
didn't realize
that.
until I looked at this the second time.
Well, that does make way more sense than what I thought it did, so...
Yeah, I actually really like it. You get a familiar that can do a lot of things for you and you communicate with it
a little
in
guy.
a lot of ways. Yeah. Basically, I'm not going too deep into what Find Familiar does, because it does a lot of things,
Yeah,
but it does anything you can functionally imagine a
little guy do.
creature doing, yeah. Like one of the options listed is octopus.
Oh, good.
The options are bat, crab, frog, cat, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poisonous snake, fish, rat, raven, seahorse, spider, or weasel.
I like them. 42. Featherfall.
So, this one makes you fall slow.
It's actually a pretty useful spell.
Yeah,
it's a
it
little
is.
niche, but it's actually pretty good.
Falling damage is likely to come up at least at some point in your campaign.
Yeah,
It's a reaction.
yeah. It doesn't just hit everyone in the area. It's like a limited
Yes.
number, but
Up to 5 falling creatures.
yeah.
Radiant Descent slows by 60 feet per round until the spell ends. It lasts for a minute.
Yes.
Per round, notably,
Yeah.
which is important.
Yes.
They take no falling damage if the spell ends before if the
Yeah.
spell keeps going while they land.
Yep.
Yeah.
41. Burning Hands. This is kind of low on the list, and I'm not actually that surprised.
Yeah,
I do love Burning Hands. It's the staple fire spell.
I like Burning Hands because it's already loaded in the compendium in Roll20.
Yeah. Man, it sure
To be
is.
perfectly honest with you.
It do be like that.
15-foot cone, 3d6
3d6.
fire.
It's in the compendium, but it's actually broken in the compendium.
Yeah, half
You
the
have to fix
damage
it.
on a successful save. It's a
It's a
dex save. It ignites any flammable object in the area that isn't being worn or carried.
Yep.
Notably, isn't being worn or carried matters.
Yeah, it does. It matters a lot.
Yeah. It's fine. It's a good spell. It does fire damage. It works, but like
But there are better spells.
there are better spells.
40. Magnify Gravity.
Oh, I was almost hoping you would mispronounce this one.
Magnify Gravity. Better?
Yes. The gravity in a 10-foot sphere is manipulated by you. Each creature must make a con save. On a failed save, they take 2d8 force. And their speed is halved.
Okay.
Half as much no speed reduction on a successful save.
Yeah.
Any object that isn't being worn or carried in the sphere requires a successful strength check against your spell save DC to pick up or move.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually really useful if you cast it in the right place.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of cool.
It's also a graviturgy spell, and we're interested in the Dunamancy
Yeah.
stuff
Dunamancy's cool.
reasons.
I'm a nerd. 39. Comprehend languages.
I'm still audible over here, right?
Yeah?
Cool.
Yeah, you are. Why wouldn't you be? You have your own microphone now.
Comprehend languages.
Comprehend languages.
Again, it's really useful because a lot of things are written in languages that you don't necessarily understand, especially with a smaller party.
Yeah.
You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear or any written language that you see within the
Literal
next
meaning,
hour from
which is
casting
kind of
this
funny.
spell. Can't decode secret messages or, like, thieves can't, for example. So.
Yeah. That's fine. It's still pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really useful to solving basically any sort of...
Puzzle.
Yeah, that
Which I
doesn't
do
use-
love. I do love
yes.
puzzles.
It's very useful provided your DM has interest in things other than combat.
38. Silent image. Shh.
So this makes a little thing.
It's very quiet. You can't hear this image.
You cannot. It makes an image no larger than a 15-foot cube. Object, creature, or visible phenomenon that is no larger than 15 feet. Cube-wise, it appears at a spot within range and lasts for up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Concentration.
Yep.
If anything tries to physically interact with it, it breaks the illusion or reveals it to be an illusion.
Yes.
So it's pretty good. It's a good spell to create like distractions and
Yeah.
draw things away. It's not great, it's not game-changing, but it's really good.
37. Thunderwave.
Yeah, so Thunderwave is a spell that we also take quite a lot. So we're familiar with it.
Yep. I mean, it's a standard very damaging spell. I think
Yeah,
most
it's
people
one of the
know
good
what
damaging
Thunderwave
spells that
does.
a lot of classes get that's easy to use.
It's like the damaging spell for bards.
15-foot cube. Anything within it has to make a con save. Take 2d8 thunder and get pushed back 10 feet, or half as much and not pushed on a successful save.
Yes.
It also pushes objects 10 feet away from you and makes an audible boom to 300 feet, which can be a drawback or successful, depending on how you feel about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. What do you think?
It's fine. It's a damaging spell. You gotta have them.
Yeah.
36. Disguise yourself. Disguise self. Continue on. I actually love disguise self.
Disguise elf.
Man, he sure is.
Sorry. When I was looking at disguise self, how to disguise turkey is what came up as one of the options.
Okay, that's a weird spell. Weirdly specific.
You can look different until the spell ends. You can look different for up to an hour. You have to have the same basic arrangement of limbs, but you can look like a person up to a foot shorter or taller than you are.
Yeah.
With the same amount of general limbs, and yeah.
Yep.
It fails to hold up to a deep physical inspection, but at a base glance, people will think you're that person.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
35. Shield of Faith. This is actually a really good spell as well. I like this one.
Yeah.
I don't use it as much as I wish I did.
So, Shield of Faith, it grants a creature of your choice plus 2 AC for up to 10 minutes.
Yes.
It's a bonus action to cast.
Is it concentration?
Yes.
Okay. That's why it's not good.
But yeah, plus 2, not good as a...
Well, it's not as good.
Yes. But it's a bonus action to get plus 2 AC for up to 10 minutes for any creature of your choice.
Cool.
Which is really useful.
Yeah. 34. Witch Bolt. I don't know. Which bolt is it?
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I'm very funny. Thank you.
So, Witch Bolt, which I wish I could take more because it's not in the compendium and I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to plug stuff in.
It does 1d12 lightning on a hit spell attack you roll.
Right.
And then for the duration, up to a minute, you can use your action to deal 1d12 to the target automatically.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It has to be your action, but it's repeatable if within a minute.
Yeah.
So you can probably hit it off twice or maybe 3 times in a certain group. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really neat as one of the damaging spells. What are your thoughts?
It's pretty good. I actually don't take that one very much either. I didn't actually know what it did.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
33 is Unseen Servant.
So this helps you make a little guy. For up to an hour, you create an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command.
Okay.
Basically, on each of your turn as a bonus action, you can command it to move up to 50 feet away and interact with something, pick something up, flip a switch, hit a lever, grab something for you, clean something off.
Do you want to know something crazy?
What?
You can do Mage Hand for this.
You can, but it can do a lot of other things Mage Hand can't.
Oh, okay.
It has longer range.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. It can move up to 60 feet away from you.
Oh, I thought you said 30.
It can only move 15 feet a turn, but it can move up to 60 feet away from you and still obey. It can lift way more than 10 pounds.
Oh. That's lame.
Yes.
I think it should just be. I like Mage Hand so much. 32 is Catapult.
Oh, it's also ritual castable.
Oh, okay. 32 is Catapult. I don't want to talk about that spell anymore because I like Mage Hand better.
So, Catapult. You don't want Mage Hand to get jealous.
No, I don't want Mage Hand to get jealous. Yeet.
So, basically, you can choose any object within the 60-foot range that's up to 1 or 5 pounds, and fling it in a straight line 90 feet in the direction of your choice. It stops early if it impacts a solid surface, and it deals 3d8 bludgeoning damage to whatever it strikes.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
They do get save, dexterity save, but yeah, 3d8 is a lot.
That's a lot of damage, yeah. Is it all or nothing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
Notably, the object also takes 3d8.
That's fine. It's not meant to survive.
No.
31 is Chromatic Orb.
Yeah, so Chromatic Orb is...
An orb.
An orb. You make this 4-inch sphere of any damage type of your choosing that isn't like piercing bludgeoning. Make a ranged spell attack, 3d8 damage of the type of your choice if it hits.
Okay. 3d8 is pretty good.
Yes, so this is... It's the exact same amount as Catapult.
This is Magic Catapult.
Yes.
Or, magic damage Catapult.
Yes. Notably, I had ignored this spell for a while.
Yeah.
Until, I believe, the first episode of Campaign 2, where Caleb uses this.
Oh, cool. Love that.
Yes.
Number 30.
Drawback notable, by the way. It costs 50 gold to use. A diamond worth 50 gold.
Yikes. 30. Ray of Sickiness. I wasn't even mispronouncing that. I'm sicky.
So you strike something, make a ranged spell attack.
Ray of Sickness. This makes people so fed up with your shit.
2d8 poison, and they have to save against being poisoned as a con save.
Hell yeah.
So it does damage, and it's also... Poison damage isn't great.
But it's kind of cool that they get
But,
poisoned.
yeah, it can poison them for up to a turn.
Unless they're immune to being poisoned.
Yeah, I like Ray of Sickness.
It's cool. 29 is Acid Stream.
So I mentioned this earlier.
You did.
This is Tasha's Caustic Brew.
But stronger. It's stronger.
Yeah, so stream of acid,
Less-ish.
30-foot long stream, 5 feet wide. Each creature must make a dex save or be covered in acid. A creature covered in acid takes 3d4 damage at the start of each of its turns.
Alright.
You have to take an action to scrape or wash yourself of the acid.
Fun.
Yeah. And it's repeatable. It lasts for up to
Yeah.
a minute, and it is repeatable damage on each of their turns. 3d4.
Cool.
Yeah, much better than the other version that does 2d4.
Yes. 28 is Puppet.
So this one got a huge boost when
Yeah.
I was re-ranking these.
Because you reread it,
Yes.
right?
The gesture forces one humanoid you can see to make a con save. On a failed save, they must move up to their speed in a direction you choose, and drop whatever they're holding if you'd like them to.
Yeah. That's great.
So it is a disarm, and movement,
And 30 feet of movement.
and
too.
30 feet of movement, and 120-foot range.
Yeah.
It's really useful that it does both of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's a very useful spell.
It's pretty good, yeah. Especially because it's full movement.
Yes.
Instead of like 10 feet or whatever.
It's also, you can even use it on allies, and make them move when it's not their turn.
Yeah. 27. Wrathful Smite.
Hey, this is the best smite, I believe.
Best Smite. Best Smite. Smitty.
So, like the other smite's bonus action, so it only does 1d6 psychic.
Okay.
Which you might think, that's not very good.
Yeah.
It must make a wisdom save to be frightened of you for the next minute.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, basically, that's the deal. It only
I
does
do love
1d6
psychic
extra,
damage.
but it's psychic damage which almost nothing resists.
Yeah.
And they have to make a check
Except
to not be
Kalashar.
frightened of you.
Except Kalashar.
Yeah. Kalashar and like Mind Flayers.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want someone who's both a Mind Flayer and a...
Hey, we have one of those in the actual play.
Yeah.
Go check her out.
Yeah, basically, I like that it frightens things of you. You'll see another frightening spell coming up soon.
26 is Heroism.
Yeah, so Heroism is one of the spells that I keep having on my sheet and never using.
Yeah.
The creature's immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting modifier. One creature you touch up to a minute. Basically, temporary hit points and immunity to being frightened, which is really useful against, specifically, dragons.
Yeah. That's kind of cool, yeah.
Yes, this is super useful against a creature with fight with presence like a dragon.
Yep.
Which is why I like Heroism so much.
25. Oh, I do love this spell. 25 is Inflict Wounds. It's only this low because it's a touch spell.
Yeah, so it's a touch spell, which isn't great, but it does do 3d10 necrotic on a melee spell.
Yeah. If it weren't touch, this spell would be so busted good.
Yes.
It's a cleric spell.
We
But,
like
it's
this
so good.
because it's really good. We also have a very funny story associated with
We
it. We'll
do,
tell on
we
Game
do.
Tales someday.
Maybe we will.
Where one of our little clerics just powdered someone with it.
It's such a good spell. It's so good.
Yeah.
House Rules, my beloved, as well.
Yeah.
24 is Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah. This one's fun. You whisper a melody that only one creature of your choice can hear.
Okay.
The target has to make a wisdom save or take 3d6 psychic and immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away as it can.
Wild. Love that.
Obviously, it doesn't run to, like, pants or off a cliff, but anything else, yes.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Still half damage on a...
I actually really like that
successful
spell.
save.
What can learn that spell?
Bards,
Oh,
exclusively.
okay. Okay, that's why I don't use it.
Yes.
Because I don't play Bards. 23, Chaos Bolt.
Yeah,
I
Dismal
don't know why I
is very
said
good.
it like that. Chaotic Laser. My other name for this spell.
Chaotic Laser. Chaos Pew.
Crazy Laser.
So, you hurl a... Oh, I thought it said uneducated. Undulated, warbling, mass of chaotic energy.
An uneducated chaos bolt, as opposed to an educated chaos.
Send him to college.
This is the difference between sorcerers and wizards.
On a hit, the target takes 1d8 plus 1d6 damage.
Okay. Just
Choose
in general?
one of the d8s. The number rolled on the die determines the attack's damage type, as shown below.
Okay.
It's anything but, like, bludgeoning and slashing.
Yeah. That's kind of
If you roll the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Make a new attack against the target and make new damage rolls, which could cause the chaotic energy to leap again.
That's crazy. How many times can it do that? Is it infinite?
Infinite, yes.
That's wild.
It's limited by a creature can only be targeted once for each casting of the spell.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Yes.
You have to get lucky, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Alright, 22. This is a totally different spell from the other spell with basically the same name. 22 is Jim's Magic Missile. What's the difference between this one and real Magic Missile? This is fake. This is bootleg Magic Missile.
For starters, it doesn't automatically hit.
That's bad. Already it's bad. No wonder it's lower.
You make a ranged spell attack for each of 3 missiles you generate.
Okay.
On a hit, the missile does 2d4 force.
Okay, so it's a little more damage.
If the attack roll scores a critical, the missile does 5d4 force.
Oh,
which
means
means
2d4 versus 5d4?
Yes, which means if you roll 3 crits, which is hard as fuck,
yeah,
you can do 15d4.
Which is a lot. That's up to 60 damage, guys.
If any of the attack rolls is natural 1, all of the missiles turn around and hit the caster for 1 force damage per missile.
So that's why it's bad.
Yeah, that's the backfire. It only does 3 damage to you.
I know, but still, like, yikes. What if you're casting this as a little baby?
But if you spend your whole turn doing that...
Yeah.
Yeah. Take this if you're playing, like, a gnome, though.
Yeah.
Or, like, a core.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, core don't have luck. Core have brave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moment. 21. Healing Elixir. Slurp, slurp. What does this one do?
So Healing Elixir is... You get to make a little potion, basically.
A little potion.
1 minute spell makes a potion for 24 hours, no concentration. You drink it to recover 2d4 plus 2. You or any creature you give it to.
Alright. So it's a healing potion.
Yes. It is not a ritual spell. If it was...
It would be so good.
Yes. It's still good as it is. You can make a healing potion with it.
Yes.
It lasts 24 hours, so a really good thing to do with this is cast it with your remaining spell slots before you go to bed.
Yeah.
And it lasts up to a day.
Yeah.
So if you spam this with all your spell slots until the end of the day, it takes 1 minute to cast. Yeah.
Good idea. Annoy your DM with this one weird trick. 20 is command. We're in the top 20 now, guys. This is taking so long.
Yeah, how long are we in this?
We're in this for a while. Keep going.
Alright,
20 is command.
So you
go do this
a
thing.
one-word command to a creature you can see.
Go.
Wisdom save, or they follow the command on its next turn.
Alright.
It can't control undead, interestingly enough.
Weird.
And it won't follow a direct harmful thing, but like approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt, anything like that.
Yeah.
One-word command. And yeah, I think it's a useful spell.
It's pretty good.
Anything that can control someone's turn is really useful.
Yes.
Surrender is another really good one.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
We know some good ones of these because we have a character in another totally different thing whose superpower is basically just command.
Yes.
It's good. Love her. 19 is Infallible Relay.
Yeah, so this is one of the UA spells. I think it's the highest ranked modern one.
I think it is, yeah.
You can target any creature with whom you've spoken to previously as long as you two are on the same plane of existence.
Yep. No range.
The nearest functioning telephone, or if you want to backscale it, sending stone or
something.
With an order for the target begins to ring. The target must make a charisma save or be compelled to answer the call.
They can fail, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can choose to fail. Once the connection is established, it's crystal clear and cannot be dropped until the conversation is ended or the duration, 10 minutes, ends.
Okay.
You can end the conversation at any time, but a target must succeed on a charisma save to end the conversation.
Alright.
It's really useful. What do you think of it?
Honestly, I think it's just so useful for communication. I know it's like a modern spell, but if you find a way to scale it back, it's so good.
Yeah.
Or if you just have telephones in your D&D world for no reason. Anyway, I do love it. I think it's a super cool spell.
Yeah, I think it's really neat.
18 is Ensnaring Strike.
So, this one's really useful.
Get you.
The next time you hit a creature with an attack, notably, next time you hit a creature, one bonus action lasts up to a minute.
Yes.
If you have multi-attack, which rangers do, it's really useful. The target must succeed on a strength save or be restrained by magical vines. A large or larger creature has advantage on the saving throw. If the target succeeds on the save, the vines shrivel away.
Okay.
The target, while it is restrained, it takes 1d6 piercing to start each of its turns.
Okay.
And a creature restrained by the vines, or one that can touch the creature, can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save. On a success, it's freed.
Yes.
But 1d6 and restrained is a huge thing to do after hitting something. And if you have multi-attack, or like Gloomstalker with 3 attacks...
Yes.
Yeah, you're basically guaranteed to do it.
It's pretty good. 17, I do love this spell. Hex.
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 Hex is a really useful spell. It's a bonus action, first of all.
Yes.
You place a Hex on a creature. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic to the target whenever it's hit with an attack. Whenever it's hit with an attack, by the way, not just yours.
Not just yours.
Also, the target then gets disadvantage on ability checks made with one ability of your choice.
Which works for attacks.
And if that creature dies, you can transfer the Hex as long as the spell is still up, and the spell lasts an hour.
Yeah, it's good.
It is a really good spell. Highly recommend it. It's exclusive to Warlocks, but it's such a good spell. I don't know why you wouldn't take it if you're not a Warlock. If you are a Warlock.
16 is id Insinuation.
Yeah, have you ever heard of this spell in your life before?
Yes.
Really?
Because I know all the psychic damage spells.
Oh.
It's one of the things mystics get, and they transferred it from that.
One action. Concentration for up to a minute. You unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in one creature's mind, impairing it to make decisions. That's just my constant existence.
Yeah, mood.
They must make a wisdom save or be incapacitated.
Yes.
At the end of each of its turn, it takes 1d12 psychic and can make another wisdom save. This is brutal.
Yeah, it's bad. I like it so much.
This is destructive to anything you use it against. Yeah. Oh my god, I love this spell.
It's good, yeah.
It's one of the better damaging spells, and it incapacitates the target.
It's so good. I love to incapacitate targets.
Yeah.
15. Sanctuary. I am so safe.
So Sanctuary is actually kind of misleading from the title.
I am not safe.
You don't ward an area, which I would think with a Sanctuary. You ward a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Until the spell ends, any creature makes an attack against the warded creature must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, they have to choose a new target or lose the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I do love that spell.
Yeah.
I think making them have the chance to waste the attack if there's no one else near them that they can hit, that's so good.
Notably, the spell fails if the warded creature does make an attack back.
Yeah.
But you can get around that by telling them they're warded.
Yeah. That seems like something that would be useful in Curse of Strahd.
It does. Shove it on Arena.
Yeah.
If you can get her to not fight.
Yeah. Seems unlikely to me.
Sorry, I read the component as a small silver moron. It's mirror, but a small silver moron.
A small silver moron. 14 is Armor of Agathis.
This is another one that I was reading and I'm like, holy shit, as I got into it. I don't really play Warlocks much, so I don't know some of these spells.
I play Warlocks.
Manifest, you get a special force that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temporary hit points for the next hour.
Yes.
And whenever you're hit with a melee attack for the next hour, well, you have those hit points.
Yeah.
That creature takes 5 cold damage.
Yep.
Which just, like, I know it's only the 5 hit points, but...
Yeah.
I find it really useful. What are your thoughts?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
The cold damaging can be really punishing, and it can make people not want to hit you.
Yep.
Or if you are playing critical... Next time we're playing Critical Role.
Yeah.
Just don't be Travis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, if I can, there is, I believe, a time when that is cast on him, and a polymorphed creature that is a much more dangerous creature attacks him, and takes the 5 cold damage, ending the polymorph by killing the creature it's polymorphed into and turning it back into, like, a boss monster.
Oh no. Help.
Yeah.
Help.
Yep.
Rip.
But unless you're Travis, this is a really good spell.
Yeah. 13 is Hellish Rebuke. I love this spell. I love Tieflings. Tieflings get this naturally.
Get this automatically, and I think gay people should get it automatically.
I agree. So true.
When something deals damage to you, you can, as a reaction, make a dex save or take 2d10 fire damage.
10d10 fire damage is a whole lot.
Or half as much of a successful save. 2d10.
Yeah.
It's just really good. It's a reaction too, so it's not your whole turn action.
Yeah. 12 is Silvery Barbs. I don't know what this one does. What does this one do?
I believe it's Bardic, so it's a spell.
Oh, that's why I don't know. I don't know anything about Bard spells, and you don't know anything about Warlock spells.
No, it's actually Sorcerers as well.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I play those all the time. What am I doing with myself?
So you magically distract a creature. You take this as a reaction, which you can see whenever a creature succeeds on an attack roll, ability, or saving throw. You distract the creature and you make it re-roll.
Oh, fun.
You can then choose a different target you can see within range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So you give something disadvantage, and then you give something else advantage.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, as a reaction.
Wild.
Yeah, and it just sticks their next one whenever.
Yeah.
There's no expiration date on that.
Yeah.
I like Silvery Robs. It's new. It's Strixhaven, which is probably why I haven't used it.
Yeah, that makes sense. 11. Love this spell. Cause Fear.
Yeah.
This one's fun for roleplay purposes if you use it that way.
So it makes everything afraid of you.
Yes.
They get a... Or what save do they get? I believe it's Wisdom. They must make a Wisdom save or become frightened of you until the spell ends, up to a minute.
Yes.
The frightened creature can repeat a save at the end of each of its turn. Very useful in combat, even more useful when you're not in combat.
Yes.
I like this spell.
Because if you can swing this with your DM to let you use this for roleplay, it can be really cool.
Yes, I like this a lot. Cause Fear is really useful.
Yeah. We're in the top 10 now, guys. 10 is Good Berry.
Yeah.
Not surprising. It's Good Berry.
Up to 10 berries appear in your hand. They have magic energy for... It says the duration. It says the duration is instantaneous, though.
That spell thing is dumb.
Yeah, a creature can use the action to eat one berry. It restores 1 hit point and provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day.
Yeah.
Lasts for 24 hours.
Yes.
So this replaces the need for food entirely.
Sure does.
Is the first thing I see about it.
One of the things, I don't remember exactly what we were talking about when we talked about this, what creature, but notably, it just says enough for a creature.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't tell you, like, that it's enough for, like, a humanoid. If you gave this to, like, something that needed a shit ton of food, like a dragon or a Tarask or something, it would feed that for
Or a specific food like a vampire.
Yes. That might have been what we were talking about.
Also notably, if you take a look at this, it can bring something back if you can force the... It's small enough, it's like a grape size. I would roll at least that you can force it into the mouth of something that's unconscious.
Yeah. If you still have any.
Brings them back, yeah. And it makes 10 of them.
Yeah. If you can put a potion in someone's mouth, you can put a Good Berry in someone's mouth. Yeah. That's my opinion. 9 is Healing Word. I do love Healing Word.
So
it's a bonus action. Yeah, that makes it so good. You can use Healing Word and then you can use Cure Wounds if you wanted to.
Yeah. The subtitle on Healing Word is, oh my god, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. It's 1d4 plus spellcasting.
It's not bad, though.
But it's range. Like it's 60 feet.
Yeah. You don't have to touch someone like you do with Cure Wounds.
And it's a bonus action.
Yes.
So, yeah, there's really... Useful for anyone who can take it, Bards, Clerics, Druids. Yes. There's no reason really to not.
Yeah. I love Healing Word. I'm so glad it's a bonus action because it would suck so much otherwise.
Yeah.
8 is Hunter's Mark. Hey, we talked about this one earlier. It's the ranger spell.
Yeah, Hunter's Mark is super useful and super exploitable.
Yeah.
You can use it on any creature within 90 feet of you. It lasts an hour. It's a lot like Hex.
Yes.
You do an extra d6 whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Yes.
And you have advantage on any wisdom saves to perceive or find it.
Interesting.
If it drops to 0 hit points because you're hunting,
mm-hmm.
you can transfer it to a new creature that you can see within range.
Cool.
Yeah. I love this spell. It's so useful for rangers.
7. Guiding Bolt.
Hey, this is really useful.
It's a good spell. It's so good. Like, for real.
So, I mean, first and foremost, 120-foot range.
Yes. Very good range.
Radiant damage. Range
not a
spell
ton
attack.
Resists radiant, and a lot of things are actually vulnerable to it.
4d6.
Yeah.
And the next roll made against it, which I forget sometimes, has advantage.
Yeah. I forget that too, all of them.
And the next attack made against it has advantage, which is so good.
Yeah.
I love this spell. It's one of the better damaging spells you can get first level.
It's
and
like
it upcasts really effectively.
Yeah. Number 6 is Bless. Hey, this is the way better version of the other spell we talked about.
Significantly better, actually.
Like, almost the whole spell list better.
So you can bless the 3 creatures, then they get to add 1d4 to their next attack roll or saving throw. any of those rolls up to the next minute.
Guys, I just want you to know, Vayne is 66. This is 60 places higher than its counterpart.
Yeah, Bless is so good. There's no save. There's no... Yeah.
You don't have to... There's no risk with it, It just goes
I love Bless. I think Bless is an amazing spell.
5 is Detect Magic. It's utility, and it's great utility.
Yep, it's one of the better utility spells in the game. It's one of the first level spells that's still useful at 9th level campaigns.
Yes.
You can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet, and you can tell what school it comes from.
Yeah, which I don't remember what schools fall into what, so I have a hard time with that. But, like, it's still cool. And it's useful if you know anything.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
It's so useful, and you can make it glow, and you can see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 is Fairy Fire. This is, like, my favorite utility spell.
It's free advantage.
It is. And they get a dex save to not get hit by it. But it's a range. You can hit more than one thing with it.
It also works around invisibility.
Yes.
20-foot cube, which is pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Objects,
you can hit a lot
not
of
just
stuff.
creatures.
Yeah.
They have to make a dex save. If they fail up to a minute, you have advantage to hit them. Everyone has advantage to hit them because they're glowing.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
And they can't benefit from being invisible.
Yes, which is also really good. 3. Final damage spell. Magic Missile. Here we are.
I mean...
Yeah, it's Magic Missile, guys. What else is there to say about it? It's a good spell.
Worst case scenario. It's 3 damage.
6.
Or it's 6 damage. Yeah.
1d4.
Worst case scenario, you're doing 6 damage. Automatically guaranteed unless they cast... Shield. Guaranteed 6 damage up to 15 damage?
Yes.
Choose new targets for the darts if you want, or the same target.
And that's at first level. If you upcast it, it can be up to 20. It scales up really fast.
It's guaranteed to hit is the big thing about it, and I love.
And I don't think... Do you roll different damage for all of them? You roll the first one you roll is what it does for all of them, right? Yeah. So you only have to get lucky once.
Yeah. They're house rolls, but raw. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Number 2 is Shield.
So...
it's the only thing that can stop you from taking magic missile damage.
It auto-counters magic missile.
Yep.
I'm still...
doing it, too. You guys are about to final fight Strahd, and oh my god.
It's a reaction.
Yeah.
It has you plus 5 to your AC for a round.
Until the end of your next turn, right?
For 1 round.
Oh, okay.
And just... Man. Plus 5 is crippling, especially if you already have IAC, which...
Yeah.
Wizards and sorcerers might not necessarily.
Yeah.
Strahd does.
Strahd does.
But regardless, you're making an AC that's like, what, 13?
Yeah.
18?
Yeah. It's real good.
Yeah.
Number 1. We did it. We're here. Oh my god. Cure Wounds. It's the best for... It's the healing spell, guys. Why would you... If you have anyone in your party who can take Cure Wounds, they better have it.
In my opinion, the best thing you can do in Magic, in D&D, is healing.
Yes.
This is the best healing spell.
It's the one.
You'll see a few further up on the list that things like Mass Healing Word are going to get really, really up there.
Yeah. It's because they're necessary to function.
1d8.
If you don't have healing, you are fucked.
It's touch range, 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Upcasting works really surprisingly well with it.
You can upcast it. It's the best first level spell, it's the best healing spell right off the bat.
Yeah.
It is insanely good,
and the fact that you can use it at the same turn that you can use Healing Word is really good.
It is, in my mind, vastly underrated.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, because a lot of people really like the spell.
Yeah, no. It's the best spell. I mean, we put it at the top for a reason. It's the best one.
Well.
We did it! Oh my god. This is such a long video.
Hey, this was a fuck ton of work.
Remember to like this video, because we tried so hard.
Please do check us out, because this was a ton of work.
Yep, we love you guys, and we do this for you. And if we get it to 50k subscribers, we're gonna do all the spells, and we're gonna live stream it, and it's gonna suck so bad. Make us suffer. Do it.
Yes. We will do all of these spells one day.
All of them.
We'll stream it for you.
Yep, it's gonna take like 10 hours.
Thank you so much for your support. Do check us out on Patreon.
Yep.
If you watch this all the way to the end, comment something, let us know you watched all the way to the end.
Just say, hey, I did it. I made it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Say, I love Cure Wounds. It's the best spell, College of Lore friends. Alright, we love you guys. Have a good one.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching this video from College of Lore. Remember to like this video, subscribe to join the party, and have a fantastic adventure.